Welcome to the Marketing Boost Solutions Podcast. Join host Marco Torres, co-founder of MarketingBoost.com, Internet Ninja marketer Christian D. Evans, along with expert guests as they deliver incredible, proven solutions to your marketing challenges in each power-packed episode. Captain Marco has guided thousands of entrepreneurs, growing their sales and marketing through the use of value-add incentives. His Facebook groups are home to more than 84,000 entrepreneurs who are raking in sales with his advice. Get ready to be blown away with game-changing lessons for your business.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Marketing Boost Solutions live podcast. Today, I've got a couple of guest speakers that I am proud to introduce. We are going to be launching, and also some exciting news, we're going to be launching a new 100-day event. We're going to be, let me see if I share that screen here as well. But first, let me welcome Andre Roy and my go-to guy, Dwayne. Both of you say hello, please.
Hello, everybody. Pleasure to be here, Marco.
Definitely a pleasure to be here. Honored.
Wonderful. Gentlemen, folks, I'm really thrilled to be introducing both of these friends of mine, Andre and my go-to guy, Dwayne, who are both experts at marketing. They've been entrepreneurs for decades. They have been followers and members of Marketing Boost and have been watching what we do on Marketing Boost for a heck of a long time. And they are volunteering to help me provide some amazing content to all of you over the next 100 days. So I could find an image that I wanted to share of what we're doing next. We're going to be coming up with a 100-day treasure island search as we disclose the map. We have the map to the treasure island. Over the next 100 days, we're going to be going over pirate marketing. We decided to go with a little nautical theme here, to go with my Captain Marco, and the navigator, my go-to guy, Dwayne, will be our navigator, the expert in internet marketing, as well as our privateer quartermaster, Andre Roy. And you guys are going to be amazed at the content that they're going to be sharing and teaching and providing you guys with tips and tools on how to grow your business using Marketing Boost incentives and a whole lot of other ideas as well to be successful in business today. So let's go ahead and start the interview first by tell us a little bit, Andre, we'll start with you. Share with us a bit about your background, who you are, how long you've been an entrepreneur, an internet marketer, and let's just take it from there.
Well, I was born yesterday, as you can see by the beard. You know, I just finally got one to grow in. I'm brand new at this, you know, just a rookie. I've been around the internet almost as long as it's been in force. I've been a private business consultant for most of that time. Most of the period, I've generally worked within corporations. I'm a backroom kind of guy. This is a big step for me coming out in front like this. I usually work for the design of the program. That's kind of why I'm the quartermaster. I'm a numbers guy. I'm not out front. I'm not high profile. I just look at trends. I look at numbers. I analyze things, and I look at how you can make things happen. Yes, I can sell. Most of what I've done is corporate work, and I have a depth there. I've also been an investor and an entrepreneur in businesses that I've either joint ventured or been a big part in launching. Again, from the back room. I'm not the celebrity guru type. I'm a grunt in the trenches kind of guy, and make the numbers work and make things successful. And I was
reading your profile, and in that it says your nickname is the Puppet Master. Where does that come from?
Well, that's because I kind of pull the strings in the back shop, and you know, the Puppet Master pulls the strings, and other people do the job, and you know, it's just kind of stuck over the years that you know, I really am comfortable with the methodologies, with the technique, understanding what works, what doesn't work, know what's coming. If you learn to look at the numbers, you can figure out what's going to happen in the future and you can make what you're doing today be much more relevant and stay with the trend. That's ever more important now with the speed at which things change and the dynamics of the marketplace.
All right, cool. Let me jump over to Mr. Dwayne, My Go-To Guy. Tell us about your My Go-To Guy profile name there, Dwayne, and a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, you know what? Thanks, Marco. A little bit about myself. So my name is Dwayne Deneka, better known on all social media platforms as My Go-To Guy Dwayne. And a little bit about me, I'm a 53-year-old entrepreneur. I'm a digital nomad, a legitimate digital nomad. I live full-time in an RV and travel with my family all over North America. You're actually streaming live with me in my my full-time RV, getting ready for the winter here up in Ontario. I do exclusive one-on-one executive coaching where I mentor individuals to develop a healthy body and mindset. I've also been a contributing writer for various health and fitness magazines. I do guest speaking on various audio platforms and live events where I speak with passion about self, health, and wealth. I'm an author and a creator of a system called Fast Asleep, Wake Up Your Metabolism. I'm also the founder and creator of Brandable Marketing. And Brandable is a white glove branding platform designed to leverage UGC marketing with a very proprietary viral stacking, a very viral stacking methodology and marketing method. And it's all done through this growing network of viral brand ambassadors. And even though it seems a little bit cliche, essentially, you know, if you're brandable, you're bankable. And the whole concept of understanding is how the world is pivoting from a marketing perspective, knowing that there's been this great big transition where in the last, 30 months, it's easier to become global than it was to become local. And embracing the idea of being able to really use social audio and short form video and how it's transformed the world of marketing and how things have gone from vanity matrix and curated and perfectly formed pictures for not even know so much as the viral content, but just from a followers, all the way down to the necessity for being able to create authentic and real and intimate connectivity with brands and the people who are following you, the whole know, like, trust. Me as an entrepreneur, and I haven't worked for somebody since I was the age of 20. And at 53, I've had a lot of experience as a sales manager. I've had a lot of experience as being a keynote address. I've done a lot of marketing of myself. And the truth is that part of what gives me the sense that there's a sense of importance, and what gives me a sense of credibility, and why my go-to guy, Dwayne, is somebody that comes in and speaks about health, wealth, and self, is because essentially in my world, wealth without health is soup without a bowl. And when you start to combine all those things together and realize that there's only one thing that's sellable, and there's only one thing that's going to create the most amount of money for anybody in 2023, and the most viral type of business is the business of you. And we're here for the next, several months to enforce the fact that you as a brand are what needs to be marketed, whether you're a solopreneur or an entrepreneur, and the tools that are being provided, the right tools, like you're going to find here in Marketing Boost and in the automation boost. Yeah, an automation booster.
You did it again.
It's all right. I like to remember. One thing that we can just stick with Marketing Boost Solutions is the page they can find all of our tools. So
bottom line is all the things that are here, and what excites me about this the most is that me as my own brand, as an individual, understanding that when you take about all these different tools that have been out there and trying to put them together to be able to create that self-awareness of your own brand, and being able to be marketable, and being able to create a way of having authentic connection, the idea of it is that it becomes not more difficult. There's just a shift. There's a paradigm shift that we've been seeing over the last 6 months, and there's going to be another one in the next 9 months. And if with the right tools and the right guidance and the right way to be able to capitalize on short form video and social audio, and the right tools in the back end with the Marketing Boost solutions, the entire picture, it just takes that solopreneur, that entrepreneur, and enforces and reinforces their brand and allows them to do exactly what they're good at, and that's sell themselves.
So, gentlemen, we spoke before we turned the recorder on about some of the trends that you see, changes, some dramatic changes over the last year and where it's going next. Who wants to touch on that subject next? Andre?
Yeah. What we're seeing specifically is in the past, big was beautiful. If you were a big brand, you had to have volume, you had to have presence, you had to have magnitude was where things were all about. And whether it's because of COVID quarantine or a bunch of other social economic factors, things have become gone in a cycle, I would call it, back to people are not so trusting of the big brand situation as they are about, they want to know somebody who saw a product. They want to feel and touch. So that know, trust, like formula is very, very important. They got to know about things, and they got to know somebody who has experienced the product. So that personal relationship is good. The big mega influencer situation where because they've got 10 million followers doesn't necessarily make them right about things. And so there's a relatable factor coming where like what we saw years ago, where you trusted your local merchant, your local tailor, your local food grocery store to tell you that a product was good, because you knew him and he related you positive information, you could relate to it. You wanted that relationship situation. And so now what we label as micro influencers is becoming dynamically important in the marketplace. You want to be in touch with people, to know you. If you want to succeed with your agency, with your product sale, whether you're in insurance or whether you're in automotive or whether you're in hospitality, whatever field you're in, you want to relate to that customer so that they can relate to you and you can develop their knowledge about your product, and then they will trust you. The buying decision becomes easy when the trust factor is there. And that's the big trend that's happening. The great global brand where, you know, the Tiger Woods says it's good, therefore I will follow it, is still working. It's a part of the dynamics of life. You're not going to eliminate those mega type influences to draw attention, but people want to relate to the user, somebody else who they can trust and relate to. And that micro influencer market is a big part of that. And I think Dwayne will expand on that.
Sure. As soon as we come back from a commercial break, we'll go into Dwayne expanding on that. Give me just a moment.
It's time to wow, surprise, and impress your clients with the most powerful customer draw card available anywhere. The Marketing Boost Solutions Show is brought to you by Marketing Boost, where you can get valuable travel and restaurant incentives to drive your leads from prospects to paying customers. Now you can offer complimentary hotel stays in over 130 destinations worldwide. Go to marketingboostsolutions.com and try it for free right now.
Great. Welcome back to the Marketing Boost Solutions podcast show. And we were speaking to Dwayne and getting ready to talk to Dwayne about, let me see if I can find my stop share screen. Dwayne, take it away, expounding on what we just talked about. And also, what do we have to look forward to over the next 100 days? Starting on Monday, we're talking about you guys coming on live to the Facebook group. Yeah, I believe it's 4 times a day?
Yeah, I would say that there's going to be 3 to 4 points of contact every single day, themed based on things that we want to do during the week, so that there is not only just variety, but the idea of being able to communicate on many levels instead of just technical or just sales. There's so many more aspects to marketing where it's important to kind of dig down deep inside and find out all the things that we want. And when we think about our wants and how we want to have each one of those wants be in line with the other ones, it's not a matter of just finding, memes and ideas of just pretending to have these ideas of, manifestation and all sort of thing. Real down to earth understanding as to what it takes on a human level to find our way to be that top 5%, to be that 1%, or the one that really, really wants to excel. And we're going to focus on that. And we're going to do that both with integration of simple understanding of the mind, things that we want to do, but more importantly, how do we apply our daily skills to be able to do what's important in today's market, and that's to be able to create engagement and create a conversion. And we're all here because we want to make money. And the idea that understanding as to how things have shifted, like Andre had said earlier, when we went to the simplest form of marketing, which would have been flyers, had somebody continued to do flyers all the way along, they would have been completely out of business. So in that shift, there's these cyclical motions of moving from one platform to another. We all carry around our tiny little TVs with us, and we're constantly consuming. And more importantly than anything else, touch points from 10 years ago, which used to be 3 to maybe 7 times, or had to have been some sort of level of engagement at a touch point. Now it's more like 15 to 21 times, because we consume so quickly. And in doing this consumption so quickly, a lot of our communication methodologies are antiquated as early as only 5 years ago. And you can see some of that shift in this paradigm shift that we're seeing in this pivot, is because in the past, you have been on some sort of a link, some sort of a Facebook, some sort of an advertising that clicks on, and somebody's being vague about this fantastic herb that they have, or their fantastic thing that they do, this one thing that I do. And they keep saying this one thing for 7 minutes, and they never tell you what it is. And you have to click onto something to either enroll in something or buy something to find out what that one thing is. And a lot of times that one thing, you've heard it 5 times from somebody else. And because that shift has gone from people going, listen, I'm consuming at an absolutely ridiculous rate. I don't want to sit for 7 or 10 minutes, you telling me that you know the one secret to my health. You got the one secret to making $1 million. All these one secret things no longer exist. The shift has come into play, where now it's the free 99, where all social media is about entertainment and education. And by mixing the two together and creating that, I know we keep saying it over and over again, but remember, know, like, trust, it's about getting to know somebody. Because truthfully, in a global environment like we have right now, I could be selling a product. I could be selling a t-shirt. I could be selling a supplement. Well, there's 5,000 of me that in any instance, as you're flipping through your tiny TV and going on to different various platforms, the only thing that catches your attention in the first 3 or 4 seconds is whether or not somebody wants to know you. And the idea of capturing that ability is to be able to get them into the point where you are giving them information and giving them some free education, so that they start to realize that they want to communicate with you. And sometimes it's just they want to hear their own opinion coming out of your mouth, as opposed to your opinion. And doing that, understanding that the power of that, when you can create an engagement with somebody, and this is where the key is, and this is where the shift goes. It used to be vanity matrix. It used to be, I have 150,000 followers, and I'm going to show a picture of a watch, or I'm going to show a picture of a lipstick or something of that nature. Now, nobody cares. You can still do your curated vanity matrix posts and have 100,000 people that are on there, 500,000, and you look at these giant influencers who dominate a market based on pure vanity. Now, what people are looking for is true, authentic engagement. When social audio came out, like Clubhouse and Wisdom, and people were having conversations with these fitness influencers, these nutrition influencers, as an example, they started to quickly realize that these pictures were not fortified by the intelligence that the person was bringing to the table. It started to weed out the know, like, trust, because now there was a small percentage of people that looked good, had something to be able to offer, but when you engaged with them in a conversation, they're like, yeah, you know what? You're not full of crap. And because you're not full of crap, I'm going to listen to you more. And as you start building that level of trust and you get following, now it's time to work on the engagement. And this is why a lot of corporate world, the corporate world now and the environment from brands is that they're getting away from the vanity matrices. They're looking for the micro influencers, that person between 1 and 20,000 followers, is because people are having authentic followings and not having 100,000 people, but only 10,000 of them really listen to what's going on. They're getting 5, 7, 15, 20,000 people, even 5,000. And what I can brag about, in the sense that not to impress anybody, but to impress upon them, is the idea that if you've legitimately an intimate relationship with somebody and understand that your level of communication and your engagement is part of your conversion, over a 6-month period, just by having these conversations, I've been able to boast a 60% conversion of the people who are engaging with me in the back end. But we do it through that constant communication between the two of us. But we need to create something that allows them to have an evergreen process by taking them from, I'm going to give content, I'm going to give information. And one of the things I'll give you as an example, because I don't want to drone on too long about this. There's a reason that everybody goes to the grocery store to buy bread, but everybody has the capacity to make bread. You can even buy a bread maker and you can make bread, but there's a reason for it, because they want ease, they want speed, and they want it now. Yet there are people out there that say, hey, I want to make bread. Well, if I gave them the recipe for the bread and not told them how to do the portion of the chef on how to put those ingredients in order and make sure that there's a very specific way of doing it, sometimes you don't end up with bread, and sometimes you end up with bread that doesn't look like you have in the store. The idea in social media is that we don't want to necessarily sell the bread, and giving somebody the opportunity to be able to do that heavy lifting for them is one concept. The other concept is to teach them how to be the chef. You give them the ingredients, you give them the idea of what the ingredients mean, but you as a salesperson, you can act as the chef, and that's what people come to you for. It's not the information, it's the execution of all the information that's done. That's what brings them in. And this is where that shift comes in. It's the idea to capitalize on engagement through comments and through DMs, focusing on that capacity to be able to get them in to the DMs and give you a triggering mechanism to say, I want to know more about my go-to guy, Dwayne, not necessarily his product, but what is my go-to guy, Dwayne, telling me about sleep? So if somebody wants to come in and know more about sleep and they want to initiate something with me in sleep, I can give them that information instantly, because through that automation system, like Automation Boost, the moment somebody says, I want to know, you know what? They want to know now. They don't want to know 5 minutes from now. They don't want to know 20 minutes. They don't want to wait 2 days for you to call back and send an email. They want to know now. So capitalizing on that engagement and getting them to be able to come to the point where they want to engage through a comment section, through a DM section, we are going to walk everybody through the idea that we're going to get them to be loved by their followers, get them to want to trust them, get them to want to buy from them, and get them to realize that when they're doing it, the moment they want to make that decision, we give them the tool to be able to act on it immediately, and allows them to get that asset content and create that drip marketing into the future, so that evergreen customer can come to you for stuff that's instant and stuff that's long. And the trick is to how to find that way to be authentic and organic by doing your own content and other content and giving them the information that they're looking for.
And can I interject now, or do you have a commercial break again?
One more commercial break here as we go from our partner, Automation Booster.
Is your business on autopilot yet? Do you have automation in place to capture, nurture, and convert prospects into clients via email, SMS, ringless voicemails, appointment setting? Get all the inbound and outbound marketing tools in one place. Go to marketingboostsolutions.com for more on automating your business so you can make money while you sleep.
All right, thanks again to Automation Boosters, a sponsor here with us. So where were we, Andre? You were getting ready to add.
I was just going to add to that. I could feel in the ether as Dwayne was going through all of that stuff, the same thing that from the audience, that I experience is I look at TikTok and I am abhorrent about getting on there and having my face out there and talking to people blindly. What I'm doing today has got me sweating. This is the second shirt I've had on since since today, because when we met earlier, I was dressed differently. I'm nervous about being out. I'm not a in front of you situation. And what we've done with you, Marco, in what we're going to be doing over the next couple of weeks and months, et cetera, is we initially want to work with a select group, early adopters of this process. We're looking for people within the 80-odd thousand people that are a part of the community here. We want that smaller group that want to adopt something early and work with this, because we're not going to put your face out in front. We're going to show you how you can take your content face, your product face, and put it out in front and utilize material that comes from the brand Marketing Boost. Marketing Boost as a brand is something you can leverage to be the face of what it is that you want to sell. And Dwayne and I are going to take that by the numbers. We believe that we're going to show that select group. If people are skeptical about what we're doing, the 90 days should show them by example. And so we're going to look for that adventuresome group, somewhere between 100 and 500 of this group. We're hoping come to the table and say, yeah, I want to learn and I want to work through, because you're going to get some hand holding, compliments of Marco, because he's paid the tab to put us out there and to do this. It's not the kind of training that you can buy every day. It's something that's coming from Marketing Boost, because we want you to be ambassadors of what it is we're doing. We want to recruit you into this. Yeah, you don't know us very much. You know Marco, and I think that we're going to leverage his brand and value to the credibility of, we're going to show you, walk you, touch you, get you out there and work with you. And there's a strategy to all this. So in the coming days, you're going to see ways that you can engage with us, and we've got a process to work out. Don't have all the details.
Let's just leave the touching part aside for now.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm not into these socially accepted ways.
I'm glad you said it.
I rely on you guys, So, okay, you got me there. All right. Okay, I'm humbled. I'm dripping with sweat here.
Oh,
okay,
that's guys. All right. I'm super excited about this next 100 days chase for the treasure hunt. Ladies and gentlemen, again, we're going to be bringing Andre and Dwayne will be coming on live starting Monday, several times a day. We're going to be emailing everybody and posting in the Facebook group the times of day that you can catch the subjects we'll be discussing. So, make yourself available. We're looking for engagement in the group. We're looking for the opportunity to train and educate everybody here in this group. I mean, we've got an incredible community in 3 different Facebook groups. One, the Marketing Boost Solutions group for annual members. The Marketing Boost, our main Marketing Boost Solutions group that we're broadcasting on right now with nearly 29,000 entrepreneurs. And then we have an affiliate group with 54,000 members that are affiliate marketers. But we're going to be focusing all of these live presentations right here in this group with almost 29,000 entrepreneurs. And we're looking for ways to continue to educate you, provide you content that's going to spark your curiosity, spark get you thinking on how you can be growing your business, how you can be using the social platforms available to us, how you can be building short form video and to use on all the different platforms, from TikTok to YouTube to Instagram and so on. So I personally am looking forward to learning and growing from everything I hear from these 2 gentlemen. And I invite all of you to stay tuned as well. Gentlemen, do you have any last minute, before we wrap up today's short interview here, any last pointers to look forward to on Monday? What times of day should they look forward to finding us on the Facebook group live?
We're fine tuning the exact time. It'll be in the morning. There'll be a session mid-morning, I think around 10:30, 11. One in the early afternoon and one later afternoon, and then later in the evening. What we're trying to do is essentially have 4 units around 15 minutes apiece, and the content will be very similar in each one. Obviously, they'll be, because they're live, they'll be slightly different. But what we're trying to do is encourage people. We want to make it that you can have 15 minutes once a day. If you hit one of those, then you're going to be validated. And in that validation, that will allow us to peg you to doing some things. We're going to explain a lot of this Monday, Tuesday, and introduce it more formally. But we want you to engage for that 15 minutes, not long, drawn-out discussions. 15 minutes, show up once a day at one of those 4 times, and we're going to show you how that's going to add value, because that'll be tied to content that we can tie you to if you work with us.
Yeah, and I'll add one other thing is that, some of the things that you can look forward to is that there's going to be a mix of more than just my face. I mean, everyone's going to get bored of it, because even I do.
Yeah.
But when you realize that the idea is to get a broad spectrum and a broad idea of all sorts of other people, I engage and collaborate with people in social media, in long form video, short form video, entrepreneurs, people that I will bring in and have a short little 15-minute or 30-minute interview, much like what Marco did. And I'll bring in some fantastic people out there that are dedicated to understanding the algorithm of TikTok, understanding what reels are all about, all the power of the virality. So as much as I'm going to be creating content, and by the way, I'd encourage you to find me on social media platforms as my go-to guy, Dwayne. You will start to see that the content that we're creating specifically for this, starting on Monday, is going to be daily content. And in that scenario, you're going to see not only what is coming up, but what we're going to be talking about that can only be found if you're part of the group. And then once you're in the group, you get to have that one-on-one conversation with myself, Andre, anybody that I'm going to bring in as a guest. And then we're going to show you how we take that content and repurpose it. And that in and of itself is going to give you an idea of how to be able to grow a social media program, to be able to get the capacity to bring yourself into that realm of being able to have that engagement, have that content, and have that social media intimacy that we're all looking for. And by doing that, we're going to then transform that to give you all of those tools in a practical way to grow that social media. And if you want to be that face, you can be the face, but you can count on us and Marco that we're going to create something that we will even allow ourselves to do all the heavy lifting to grow your content, to grow your media, and to give you that opportunity to engage. And once you start catching that engagement process, you start to realize that you can grow, it just catches on, and you'll want to be more part of it, and you're going to want to continue to want to learn. And you can do it at your own pace. You can do it by yourself. You can do it with other people. You can do it in a viral way. You can just allow us to do whatever we're doing, but we're here for one purpose, and that's to grow you, grow your brand, and ultimately you grow our brands all together. And the entire network that's connecting together are the tools that are being brought to you by Marco and Marketing Boost. And I, for one, and Andre, we are absolutely thrilled to be part of this thing for the first 100 days and beyond.
First time we do this, Marketing Boost Solutions, Marketing Boost. And so we're excited to have both of you on, guys. Thanks again, Andre. What time Monday can we commit to? At least one time we're going live Monday.
Let's say 11 o'clock Monday.
11 a.m. Monday will be the first of these series of live broadcasts, folks, provided by Marketing Boost Solutions to help grow your skills, guys, on building your business. So we're going to go ahead and wrap up today. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for being a part of this. Let me share my screen, and we will end this with our, hang on just a moment, with our, again, live here starting Monday, 100 Days to Treasure Island. Dwayne will be the navigator, taking us down the map to the treasure, and our privateer quartermaster, Andre Roy. Let's wrap it up with our
Thanks for listening to another episode of Marketing Boost Solutions Podcast with your hosts, Captain Marco Torres and my buddy co-host, Christian D. Evans. Now it's on you. Take the next step now. Go to marketingboostsolutions.com for more on how you can wow, delight, and surprise your clients with the most amazing draw card on the planet. So stay thirsty, my friends. Stay thirsty for knowledge. See you next time.